Is it still trade, trade, trade? Or are we kind of almost done with that?
I understand you've got a bit more intel about the race for the post of ambassador in Washington. What's going on, Anne?
I am told by people close to the process that the aim is not to have it stretch beyond the year and certainly to be done by early January. The frontrunner is Varun Chandra, the Prime Minister's business secretary, who played a major role in the trade talks and certainly knows what you've just been talking about there inside out. He has a lot of corporate support. He's a former heavyweight in business, running the Hackett consultancy in the US, and is said to be able to read the crosswinds of the Trump administration, which is obviously a skill set in and of itself. He's close to Jonathan Powell, who my diplomatic source describes mischievously as the real foreign secretary. There's one other candidate I do want to mention, and that is my old acquaintance from the Russia House of Diplomacy, Nigel Casey. He was our ambassador to Moscow. He has had 2 postings in Moscow, brilliant Russian speaker, and has had a good run in the final interviews. So it comes down to trade versus security, I think, to an extent, and what Starmer wants to foreground in his relations now. Is it still trade, trade, trade? Or are we kind of almost done with that and on the turn of this taking us back to the relationship with the US being about high diplomacy?
The interesting thing is whether or not this ends up being a decision pretty much solely by Keir Starmer himself and his top team, and the extent to which this decision is also taken by Yvette Cooper, the Foreign Office, Ollie Robbins, the lead civil servant in the Foreign Office. And I think the instincts of those two groups pull in different directions. There is quite a tug from the Foreign Office to have one of their own. So, in other words, not Chandra, in that absolutely critical post. You do have this extraordinary spectacle where, and I only discovered this quite recently, I didn't realise the extent to which David Lammy had opposed Peter Mandelson's appointment at the point that it happened. That was happening behind closed doors and only was sort of reported to me quite, a couple of months ago. You can have a foreign secretary that really disagrees with the Prime Minister over the appointment and it still goes ahead.